Yo, what up, people? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my video. Yo, if you haven't did so yet, please subscribe to the channel, man, and hit that notification button so you'll know when I put up another video. Also, too, guys, check out my website. I have tons of amazing information on my website that can possibly help you and your family out. You know what I'm saying? I got lots of information on my website, and I'm constantly updating it. So I'm constantly going through files, information that, people might be interested in, this type of information. So I'm constantly updating it, guys. So check it out. But today we're going to be talking about Without Prejudice UCC 1-308, the importance of it. You know what I mean? When you're out here in the commerce world, you're out in commerce and you don't understand that, you know, uh, you're actually doing private banking. You know what I mean? And they have disguised this system very well to where people don't even understand that there's it's another side to the system that can protect you and also you can benefit from it as well. A lot of things that we sign, mortgages, car loans, all this stuff, credit card applications. We sign them not knowing that we're waiving a bunch of our white rights when we sign these things. You know what I'm saying? And they don't tell us that we have the right to sign it the way we want to sign it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell us how to sign anything because we're the only ones signing these documents. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell you how to sign anything. And if they try to force you to change on the way you're signing these documents, then you ask them, they are they practicing law? Are they a lawyer? Because nobody can give you legal advice. Now, this is not legal advice. I'm just sharing my opinion. And before I go further, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm none of that. I'm just here to share information with the people. So I just want to get that out the way, that I am not giving nobody legal advice. I am just here to share information with you so you can better protect yourself out here when you're signing these documents. You know what I'm saying? But Without Prejudice UCC 1-308 is very important. You know what I mean? It's very important. When you get things like a traffic, this is why they want you signing everything, traffic tickets, you know what I'm saying? Because nothing is forcible until you sign. And this is how they gain, especially with traffic tickets, this is how they gain jurisdiction. You don't sign none of that stuff. You don't sign it at all. You know what I'm saying? Don't sign it at all because now the judge has jurisdiction over you once you sign, and it'll have a place for you to sign, and it'll have a place for you to put your phone number. They're trying to gain jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. Without Prejudice UCC 1-308, the remedy and recourse. Every system of civilized law must have two characteristics: remedy and recourse. Remedy is a way to get out from under the law. The recourse provides if you have been damaged under the law, you can recover your loss. The common law, the law of merchants, and even the UCC all have remedy and recourse, but for a long time we could not find it. If you go to the law library and ask to see the UCC, they will show you a tremendous shelf completely filled with the UCC. When you pick up volume 1 and start to read it, it will seem to have been intentionally written to be confusing. It took us a long time to discover where the remedy and recourse are found in the UCC. They are found right in the first volume at 1-207 and 1-103. Now, this information came out back in the 90s, man. People start learning this stuff about this in the mid 80s to the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? So this information started coming out back then about everything, this type of information. So the remedy, the making of making of a valid reservation of right preserves whatever right a person then possesses and prevents the loss of such rights by application of concept of waiver or apostado. So we're going to go and look at what does apostado mean. Apostado is a legal principle that prevents someone from asserting a fact or claim inconsistent with the position they previously took, either by conduct or words. It is a judicial device used in common law legal system to prevent a person from going back on their word or making contradictory assertions. Okay, so it is important to remember when you go into the court that we are in a commercial international jurisdiction. So when you go into court, you're in a commercial court. So I'm going to skip some of this. You know what I'm saying? You can stop, pause, and read if you like. That's why I'm going slow. So let's get into you must make a reservation of your rights under the jurisdiction in which you are charged, not under some other jurisdiction. So in the UCC court, you must claim your reservation of rights under UCC 1-308. It used to be 1-207. They changed it because people back in the 90s was starting to understand what was going on. You know, the information has grown over the years, you know what I'm saying, of what is going on. But, you know, a lot of this information is old. You know what I'm saying? A lot of information that David Robertson was putting out, that's old information. That's not new information. He's been putting that information out since I believe like the late 80s, early 90s. So a lot of people like that who was starting to understand what was going on, this is old information. You know, a lot of this information. You know, over time, more and more information came into people. The more and more people studied and understood more about the situations that's going on with this system. It was put out there. So, you know, but if you definitely want to get some of David Robertson books, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple on my website that you can get access to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you definitely want to check out some of his stuff. When a waivable right or claim is involved, the failure to make a reservation thereof causes the loss of the right and bars its assertion at a later date. UCC 1-207.9. So let's get into okay. It is very important, guys, that you protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Very important. On the way you sign your name, on what codes you use to take no liability for the way you sign in your name. You know what I'm saying? No liability, not the way you sign your name, but the contracts you are signing, not to take liability. Like, you know, when I first started getting into this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I first tried it out. I had a stamp. You know what I'm saying? And I bought a vehicle. I bought a what kind of car was that? That was a Ford. Dang, I forgot what kind. It was a Ford something, 4-door, real nice vehicle. I forgot the name of it, but anyway, I got the supposed loan. I thought it was a loan at the time. This is before I started really learning this stuff, and I put Without Prejudice above my name, stamped it on everything I signed, and they couldn't sue me or nothing for the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I ended up totaling the vehicle in Columbus, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't sue me or nothing for the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't come after me, nothing. Because a lot of times they'll try to come after you. You know what I'm saying? Because I still owe money, or I just got it, and I end up totaling it like a couple months later after I got it. So, Without Prejudice UCC, which is 1-308, when you use Without Prejudice UCC 1-308 in connection with your signature, you are saying, I reserve my right not to be compelled to perform under any contract or commercial agreement that I did not enter knowingly, voluntarily, or intentionally, I do not accept the liability of the compelled benefit of any unrevealed contract or commercial agreement. That's what you're saying when you sign your name that way. What is the compelled performance and unrevealed commercial agreement? When you use Federal Reserve notes instead of a silver dollar, it is voluntary? No, there is no lawful money, which is not true. The money is a dual note. One side of the note is the debtor note. The other side is the lawful money side of the note, which you can get all your I'm not a tax advisor. I'm just giving out information. You can get all that back at the end of the year. It's a process for that too, and it's on my website. It's called the lawful money redemption process. You can check it out if you want to. So click the link in the profile if you want to check out my website. But anyway, so if you have to use Federal Reserve notes, you have to accept the benefits. The government has given you a benefit to discharge your debts with limited liability. You do not have to pay your debts. How nice are they? But if you do not reserve your rights under 1-207.2, you are compelled to accept the benefits and are therefore obligated to obey every statute, ordinance, regulation of the government at all levels of the government, federal, state, and local. So that's how it goes, people. You know, you gotta make your claim. You gotta kill the presumption. You know what I'm saying? When you're getting pulled over at traffic stops, they presume that you are a U.S. citizen and you have a driver's license, which is a slave pass. You know what I'm saying? It's the same system they've been running for hundreds, hell, maybe thousands of years. It's definitely hundreds of years, and it's the same system. Nothing has changed at all. They just made it look prettier. You know what I'm saying? They just made it look prettier. The same thing has been going on with slavery and the plantations, and this is a plantation. You know what I'm saying? And you can either be free on the plantation or you can be a slave on the plantation. That's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on what side what side do you want to be on? Which one you want to work with? What what side you want to be on? Do you want to be a U.S. citizen and work as a U.S. citizen and pay taxes and constantly pulled over and getting traffic tickets? You know what I'm saying? Being harassed by police officers. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some good police out there. I'm not saying all police are bad. You know, I have family members that worked in law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, you know, he was a state trooper, and he ended up going to be a U.S. Marshal after retiring from the being a trooper for 25, 30 years. So, you know, I got people family working law enforcement, but you guys got a lot of bad apples in law enforcement too as well. And it's up to we the people to bring back balance to what's going on. It's our fault. We let it go this far because we're supposed to be keeping these people in check. These people forget these people work for us. You know what I'm saying? The police force, the government, they all work for us, the people. Who created the government? We the people. And people forget that. And people have lost that over time, you know, that they work for us. It's not the other way around. So, guys, protect yourself, man. You signing these things, you're supposed to be autographing your name in the living. And I have a video on that. Check it out as well. But protect yourself out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't be taking liability for these adhesion contracts. Look up adhesion because this is what they are. They're adhesion contracts, one-sided contracts. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a bunch of trickery that they use to get people to accept liability for something they don't have to. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But yo, that is my take, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm out. One.